What's up guys, it's John Reeves Live, and today we are watching Life Goes On by BTS. It's going to be another full experience one. This one's going to be a little bit different though. We're going to be watching the lyric video, the music video, and then instead of an explanation, this is called the Genius Interview. I have no idea what this is. I'm actually really stoked to find out though, because it's something completely new. And then we're going to end it with a live performance of this song. I'm very excited for the live show. I actually, again, have never heard anything about this song. I don't know like what type of style to expect, and I'm liking that because I have every time been pleasantly surprised. But let's get into the video. 3, 2, 1, boom!
아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되갑기 넘어진 채 정하는
I love RM's voice here. Jimin's voice sounded so beautiful in that starting part. Jin's voice sounded beautiful, and I'm really liking this.
박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 진짜 더 뜨거운 숨 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가 발이 뜨지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자 I cannot go in the forest 하루 갔다 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 또 만나겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again 이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다
Jimin and Suga harmonizing is beautiful. I'm going back. And then also Jimin and V harmonize. Oh, it's good. This is one of those songs that I needed to hear today. It's been a long day, guys. It's been one of those days. And this is like the perfect song to hear right now.
다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 곁에 안 변하네 늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일도 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지마 빛은 더 떠오르니까
I like that line right here. I love this line. Even though we've paused for now, don't hide in the darkness because the light will shine again. That is not only relevant to like their career status right now, like even though we've paused for now, that's like beautifully reminiscent of what we're going through with their band status. But then on top of that, like just in life in general, there's peaks and valleys that we go through. It says don't hide in the darkness because the light will shine again. I tell that to people all the time. It doesn't matter what you're going through right now. Peaks and valleys. That's all life is. And my goal in life recently has become to have higher peaks and also higher valleys, meaning I don't want to have my low times in my life to be as low as they have been. So try to learn from my lows and bring those up a little bit. But I know that everything's a fluctuation. Life is all about balance. So I think good times come to bad times turn to good times. I love this a lot. I love this saying. This is a beautiful thing, and I can definitely relate to this right now. was beautiful. That song was so well done. Literally, that should be on the freaking radio. Why don't they play that in Western culture? We need that. I think the world needs to hear that song. That's a beautiful song, and I'm not trying to be like over dramatic or anything like that. That is a great lesson for every single person to hear. Life goes on, no matter what's going on. The good times and the bad, life goes on. As far as just the meaning of the song, freaking beautiful and very relatable. And especially like, I don't know, anytime I'm going through a hard time in life, I always do think of that. Like, things will get better. Things are gonna get better. And so for me personally, I'll just keep my head down through the bad times. And I think, what can I learn through this experience so where the next time around, if this thing does happen, I'm in a better position then than I am now. And I do that all the time, anytime I'm in bad situations. And I know that there are, like I said, peaks and valleys. Life goes on. Perfectly summed it up. They did such a great job vocally with this. I honestly can't wait to see the music video, but before we go into that, everybody in this harmonized with Jimin. Jimin's voice in this, to me, is the peak of Jimin's performance that I've heard so far. He has these crisp highs that are like beautiful. I don't know if that's the top of his range or not. I would think so. Everybody harmonized in beautiful ways. It was amazing. All of Vocal Line at one part, I'm pretty sure, was harmonizing. I needed this song. Thank you, Meg, for getting this on today's thing. Let's watch the music video and see like how that relates to this song in general. But I love seeing their intro. I don't know why, but big hit every time I see it. I'm like, something good's coming.
세상이 멈춰서 아무런 예고도 하나 없이 꿈은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시야 더 뜨거운 숨
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가 발이 뜨지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I gonna go in the forest 하늘 갔다 오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 또 나가겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again
이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네
늘 하던 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가 발이 뜨지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 Like an echo in the forest 하늘 갔다 오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 또 날아갔지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again yeah, 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 yeah.
That is such a pretty song. Thinking that they wrote this and the music video and all that stuff was during the pandemic, that is a rough one. It's like, there's a lot. That's a lot for sure. They wrote that song, I feel like, at least, and probably thinking of what everybody was going through at the time. Them writing that and the music video coming out during the pandemic time, and like them saying like I remember, and it ending on pretty much an empty concert hall, that's pretty sad. Definitely hits home. There's definitely some moments in the pandemic where I was like, this is never gonna end. This will never go back. We'll never go back to being able to go to live shows. Like, that was a really hard one for me, thinking that we weren't gonna be able to go to like I wouldn't be able to see concerts again, and travel wasn't going to be a thing. Like, it just seemed like the world kind of had shut down, and it is sometimes whenever you're in the middle of something like that, it's really hard for you to be like, it's going to get better. It will get better, because like for me, I'm a very optimistic, very positive person. I just kept being like, yeah, it's gonna get better. It will, like, you know, things are gonna shape up. And then it just kept being bad, and I was like, oh my god. And eventually it did get better, and I'm glad that I kept that mindset of like, things are gonna change. It's gonna go back to the way that it was in some form or another pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. I wish I was a BTS fan back then. I wish I was a fan of their music when this song came out, because I'm sure I could have used it back then too. Like I said, days like today, that song, I'm glad that I heard that song today. I can't wait to see what they do with this live, because it's going to be just special to see this in a live performance. You know, knowing that like the music video and everything was talking about the pandemic, and not really knowing what live shows were going to look like in the future. So I'm actually thoroughly excited to see this in a live show. You know, one other thing that this kind of like makes me think about is don't take things for granted. Don't be like, I'll be able to catch another concert. I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to go see my grandparents another time. I'll be able to go see my mom some other time. I'll be able to call them later. I'll be able to do this later. Don't take things for granted, because nobody could have really predicted that the pandemic is gonna happen. And for a lot of people, that was the end of the world for them, because they didn't make it through the pandemic. I have a lot of friends that lost a lot of loved ones during that time, and I'm sure before that they probably thought to themselves, I can just call them back later. I can just go see them later. And then during the pandemic, we weren't able to travel. We weren't able to do a lot of the things that we are able to now. So just don't take those things for granted. Take that with you from the pandemic. Take that appreciation for life and just for the daily things. Even though now you might be aggravated with like traffic is congested again and all that stuff, but just don't take for granted the things that we're able to do now, and just really kind of maybe hopefully that's the good that we can bring out of the whole pandemic, is that we can have a new appreciation for even what seemed like the mundane before. Now it's something that we get to do again. Now, I've never seen a Genius interview before. I don't know what this is, but let's check it out together.
사실 뭐 저희 모두 코로나로 인해
This is cool.
되게 이 복잡한 감정이 많이 들었을 것 같아요. 그래서 그런 저희의 마음도 똑같다, 다르지 않다의 마음을 솔직하게 담았고, 이 노래를 듣고 정말 많은 분들이 나도 그래라고 공감하고 또 같이 위로하고 서로를 위로할 수 있었으면 또 좋겠습니다. 세상은 멈춘 것 같지만 또 그래도 우리의 삶은 계속되니까요. Life goes on.
I love that. I'm glad that I called that a little bit. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, I'm like,
Life Goes On의 출발은 이제 우리가 할 수 있는 이야기가 뭘까였던 것 같아요. 달라진 현실을 마주한 변해버린 일상을 살고 있는 저희의 솔직한 심정을 담아보았습니다. 저희의 솔직한 감정, 심정 자체가 굉장히 많이 영감이 되고 이 앨범의 전반적인 주제였던 것 같아요. 모두가 원하지 않는 상황에 맞닥뜨렸지만 그럼에도 불구하고 우리의 삶은 계속된다라는 위로의 메시지를 전하는 곡이었습니다.
저희 또한 이제 희망이랑 행복이 굉장히 절실을 했었고 다른 분들도 마찬가지일 거라고 생각을 해요. 저희는 이제 음악으로 제일 위로를 많이 받기도 하고 또 저희가 어쨌든 제일 잘 할 수 있는 게 음악이기도 했기 때문에 좀 뭔가 이렇게 가장 지금의 심경을 담은 Life Goes On이라는 노래를 내게 되지 않았나 라는 생각을 하고 있습니다.
제일 처음
did they write that album starting off with this song? Was this song like the first one? They were like, okay, we could write a whole album right now. This would be a good thing for ARMY. This would be a good thing for people to hear, because this is what we can offer as a relief in this time.
처음에 아무것도 이제 준비가 안 된 상태에서 저희끼리 모여가지고 이제 사람들한테 어떤 얘기를 하면 좋을까 이런 거에 대해서 좀 얘기를 많이 했었는데, 예, 이게 근데 이제 이런 얘기를 하는 게 이런 메시지를 전해주는 게 맞는 것 같아서 그때부터 이제 시작이 된 것 같습니다.
이게 맨 처음에 주제가 두 가지였어요. Carry On이랑 Life Goes On 이 두 가지를 두고 이제 어떻게 쓸까 해서 이제 이 두 개를 한번 중점적으로 써봤었는데 결국에는 Life Goes On이 우리가 얘기하는 것이 더 잘 맞아서 Life Goes On으로 이렇게 바로 작곡을.
뭐 나머지 뭐 개개인이 이제 곡 작업을 통해서 한 3곡 정도씩 다들
Hold on. Did he just say they all worked individually to bring 3 songs each? I want to see what he just said. I'm really interested in the writing process. I don't think I've heard much talk about it, so this is really interesting.
그래서 Life Goes On으로 이렇게 바로 작곡을.
뭐 나머지 뭐 개개인이 이제 곡 작업을 통해서 한 3곡 정도씩 다들 보냈었죠. 그리고 거기 안에서 이제 또 추려지고 해서 이 앨범.
That's awesome. I didn't know that. Very cool. I like that a lot.
오늘 세상이 멈춰서 세상이 멈추면서 이제 저희가 이제 지금 이 상황에서 우리가 할 수 있는 게 무엇일까를 생각을 했고 이제 그 시간을 통해서 나온 게 이제 다이너마이트라는 곡인데 이제 정말 의도치 않게 이제 그 곡을 내고 이게 빌보드 핫백 1위를 또 받게 돼가지고 그냥 뭔가 저희의 진심이 좀 닿았던 것 같아서 그냥 행복했었던 것 같아요. 예. 그리고 많은 사람들이 또 저희 노래를 듣고 좋아해 주시는 모습 보니까 되게 기분도 좋았고 네 그렇습니다. 아무런 예고도 하나 없이 봄은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어. 이제 세상이 멈췄잖아요. 멈췄는데
I love that they're singing each line pretty much and then talking about it. This is freaking beautiful. I hope that everybody does their lines like JK just did.
어쨌든 계속 시간이 흐르니까 약간 그거를 좀 이제 이쁘게 표현을 한 것 같아요. 그래서 이제 제목도 Life Goes On이고 이제 시간은 계속 흐르고 있지만 뭔가 이제 세상 멈춰 있으니까. 근데 그거를 너무 또 암울하게는 표현을 하면 안 되니 좀 봄이라는 단어를 써서 좀 뭔가 서정적으로 표현을 한 것
I like that a
같아요.
lot.
발자국이 지워진 거리 여기 넘어져 있는 날
God, Jimin,
그
calm it
사람들의 함성이
down.
너무 그리웠던 것 같아요. 저는 그 소리가 저희에게 큰 힘이 되고 저희가 다시 일어날 수 있는 힘 그리고 뭔가 힘들 때 버팀목 혹은 행복 뭐 여러 가지의 감정을 느끼게 해주는 저희에게는 세상에서 가장 예쁜 소리인 것 같아요.
혼자
Listen, we're going to rewind it to start off hearing him again, but I'm not one of those people that would like fangirl. I've met a lot of my idols and growing up in music, I've met a lot of people that have inspired me. If I walked into a room and Jimin started singing, I would do one of 2 things. Pass out, just faint, or start crying like a little baby and just be like, "Can I have your autograph?" or something. I don't know. I just try to hug him or something. His voice is amazing. We're going back.
발자국이 지워진 거리 여기 넘어져 있는 날
그냥 그 사람들의 함성이 너무 그리웠던 것 같아요. 저는 그 소리가 저희에게 큰 힘이 되고 저희가 다시 일어날 수 있는 힘 그리고 뭔가 힘들 때 버팀목 혹은 행복 뭐 여러 가지의 감정을 느끼게 해주는 저희에게는 세상에서 가장 예쁜 소리.
Listen, what he just said there is like so true. I was thinking that before I even started recording this today. Like, I know that the love that I've received from ARMY in these reaction videos and these comments is only like the most smallest fraction that they have experienced in BTS. But literally, y'all have just changed my entire life. Just the way that I look at stuff, how positive and uplifting y'all have been in every comment. Anytime I get in there to look and start responding to comments, it's all uplifting. I love our community. ARMY bots, it's been such a beautiful experience just for myself. I can only imagine, like, don't ever underestimate your role in how inspirational you've been to the BTS. Because if my own personal experience is any inclination of how much love they've received, like they're overwhelmed. And it definitely is true what they're saying.
인 것 같아요.
혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이 yeah.
They're so good.
빠르다고 느낄 때도 있고 느리다고 느낄 때도 있는데 지금 가는 이 시간은 참 길다고 느껴지긴 하는 것 같아요. 사실 뭐 어떻게 보면 그 몇 개월이라는 시간이 짧을 수도 있는데 저희의 일상이었던 부분들이 몇 개월이 통째로 날아가다 보니까 지금 만날 시간만 기다리는 이 시간이 좀 긴 것 같다고 느껴지긴 하는 것 같습니다.
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아. 저 비 오는 날은 옛날에는 되게 감성에 빠졌는데 요즘에는 사실은 그렇게 비 오는 날을 좋아하지는 않습니다. 네.
몸이 쑤시지.
몸이 쑤시고 기분이 다운돼서 옛날에는 좋아했는데 지금은 안 좋아해요. 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐. 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 준 감기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 되감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시작 더 뜨거운 숨.
Love his voice. Yes.
뭔가 왜 우리가 지금 왜 내가 뭔가를 하고 있는지 계속 되새기려고 노력을 해보죠. 처음도 좀 돌아보고 주변에 소중한 사람들도 좀 돌아보고 내가 좋아하는 것도 찾으려고 하면서 좀 다시 행복해지려고 애쓰기도 하는 것 같아요. 그분을 가라앉았을 때는 멤버들이 뭐 서로 되게 뭐 이렇게 뭐 낯간지러운 말 뭐 이런 거를 많이 하기보다는 그냥 이제 좀 알아서들 이제 눈치가 좀 있어가지고 서로 이 친구가 오늘 좀 뭔가 컨디션이 좀 다운이다 이러면 이제 뭔가 좀 더 챙겨준다든지 그냥 막연히 뭔가 그런 식으로 되게 서로가 서로만의 좀 배려를 잘 할 수 있는 방법을 이제는 잘 알아서 되게 막 티나지 않게 잘 배려해주고 위해주는 느낌을 많이 받습니다.
It's awesome. I love that.
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 할까 발이 떼지질 않아 일단 해피엔딩이 보이지
It's
않을
so
때
beautiful, V.
저는 멤버들의 미소와 분위기를 좀 많이 보는 것 같아요. 멤버들이랑 같이 웃고 떠들고 즐거운 추억을 보내고 재밌게 스케줄을 하고 재밌게 시작을 해서 또 재밌게 끝나면은 제 삶이 요즘 해피엔딩이 아니더라도 멤버들이 있으니까 뭔가 해피엔딩으로 더 이렇게 만들어주는 느낌? 그래서 나에게 더 희망을 얻고 더 희망으로 인해서 내일을 더 좋게 시작할 수 있는 느낌을 받는 것 같습니다.
잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아나자.
모두가 힘들 거 아니에요 지금. 근데 어쨌든 모든 사람들이 이 상황 속에서 벗어나고 싶을 거고 그리고 Life Goes On이라는 곡 자체가 어쨌든 희망을 주고 싶은 저희 마음을 담은 그런 곡이라서 이 곡을 듣고 많은 아미들, 사람들이 좀 그런 힘을 얻을 수 있으면
Like an echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on.
That is so
항상
beautiful.
말씀드리지만
I love that.
팬분들을 만나고 공연을 눈앞에서 하는 게 지금 가장 바라는 소망인 것 같고 이번에 저희가 다시 또 힘을 낼 수 있었던 거는 온라인 콘서트 하면서도 많이 느꼈지만 이렇게 모두가 힘든 와중에도 저희를 응원해 주시는 소리가 여기까지 들려요. 그게 너무 감사했고 네, 저희를 지금 살아가게 합니다.
Like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 더 날아갔지
그냥 멤버들과 이렇게 껴안고 소리 지를 것 같아요. 야, 우리 이제 드디어 다 우리가 예전에 할 수 있었던 것들 다 할 수 있게 됐다.
Literally just summed up everything I just said. Wow, we can finally do everything that we were doing before. Please, people, if there's one thing that you learn from the pandemic, it's to appreciate and value the things that seem mundane, before the pandemic that you couldn't do during the pandemic. Call your freaking loved ones. Hug your freaking loved ones and spend more time with the people that matter to you. And go to the concerts. Go to the freaking concerts. Don't make excuses anymore. Just get out there and do stuff because who knows how long we have left. Jin, thank you for saying that, dude.
뭐 진짜 말 그대로 일상으로 돌아왔다 이러면서 모든 사람과 진짜 뛰어다니면서 좋아할 것 같습니다.
On my pillow, on my table, yeah, life goes on like this again.
이게 속담이 그런 게 있나요? 있었으면 좋겠다. 그런 건 아니고 그냥 이제 이제 필로우는 베개니까 테이블은 이제 밥 먹는 거잖아요. 그래서 이제 밥을 먹고 잠을 자는 것처럼 계속, 그러니까 그 우리 베개 위에서도 그리고 우리가 밥을 먹는 식탁 위에서도 삶은 계속된다라는 그런 얘기죠.
I love that.
이 음악을 빌려 너에게 난 전할게. 사람들은 말해 세상이 더 변했대.
They look like they're having fun.
다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 곁에 안 변했네.
와.
제가 볼 때는 BTS가 지금 세상을 바꾸고 있습니다.
아, BTS.
I love J-Hope. He's so funny.
좋은 답변이었어.
뭐 진짜 뭐 그냥 뭐 우스갯소리로 한 이야기일 수도 있고 뭐 그냥 뿌듯해서 한 이야기일 수도 있고 저는 요즘 되게 BTS라는 팀의 제 스스로
That's so
뭔가
awesome.
자부심을 가지고 뿌듯함을 느껴요. 그래서 이런 답을 하고 싶네요. 네.
넌 그럴 자격 있어.
That was awesome.
하던 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 또 떠오르니까 사실 뭐 일단은 하루빨리 코로나가 종식돼서 콘서트로 많은 팬 여러분들을 오프라인에서 만나 뵙는 게 가장 큰 소망일 것 같고 그리고 뭐 모두의 건강 이 정도일 것 같습니다. 그래미.
운동 안 해도 체력 좀 좋았으면 좋겠어요.
이렇게 하면 막 근육 이렇게 생기고 이렇게 하면 다시 슬림해지고
생기고 이러고.
저 믹스테이프가 좀 빨리 나왔으면 좋겠어요.
그러게요. 저도 빨리 나왔으면 좋겠어요. 태영 씨.
RM said he wanted a Grammy. Can y'all please let me know who even won the Grammy that year that wasn't BTS? Like, how did they not win a Grammy? Please let me know in the comments. But whenever I read the comment, if it's anything but, oh, that makes sense. Okay, they deserved it. If it's anything but that, I'm gonna go Kanye West. I don't know where I'm gonna do it at. I'm just gonna be like, it was rigged! How after you know how much they put into their music and how much their music meant to them, how could you not think that they deserve the freaking Grammy? The Grammy organization needs to go back and freaking give them a Grammy. They need to be like, look guys, we screwed up. Y'all deserve this. Y'all have deserved it every freaking year you've put something out. Either way, let's get into the live performance. It is my wish. I literally go into these videos completely blind. Meg sends me the video link and I don't click on it until right before you guys see this. I pray that this song is in a live performance in front of a crowd. They deserve it. This reaction has been like the story of the song, and I freaking love this. Please let this be a live performance in front of an actual audience, not a studio audience. Just please, sending the power. Let's get this song. Here we go. Please have an audience.
오늘 세상이 멈췄어 아무런 예감 하나 없이 검은 기다림을 몰라서 눈치 없이 와버렸어 자국이 지워진 거리 여기 넘어져있는 날 혼자 가는 시간이 미안할 말도 없이 yeah.
Their voices are so good live. This is my favorite vocal line performance. I think this one is it. A lot of people might like other ones. Life Goes On is it for me. Their vocal performance of Voice Line, even freaking RM, Suga, and J-Hope with their singing voices. This is for me my favorite singing song of BTS. Going back just a little bit.
여기 넘어져있는 날 혼자 시간이 미안할 말도 없이 yeah.
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 조목구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 난 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프는 세상이란 놈이 준 감기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 괭감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내쉬자 더 뜨거운 손
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 할까 발이 떼지질 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 따라 나서 like an echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없단 듯이 yeah life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 더 날아갔지 on my pillow on my table yeah like it's on like it's again 네 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했든 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 곁에 안 변했네 늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 말 어둠에 숨지마 빛은 또 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 할까 발이 떼지질 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 달아 Like an echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah like a dawn
His voice right there completely changed. Like, did anyone else notice how completely different his voice sounds right here? We're going back, but listen, please. Tell me this does not sound like a totally different style that you hadn't heard before. I haven't heard this voicing from him before. It sounds
Forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah like a dawn Like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 더 날아갔지 On my pillow on my table Yeah life goes on like this again I remember yeah, 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 yeah. I remember. I remember. Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember.
I absolutely loved that live performance, but it breaks my freaking heart to know that they have not played that live in front of a crowd yet. And I cannot end this video like that. Listen, Meg might get really upset because she didn't give me this link, and it's the first time we're going off script. So if this gets completely banned on YouTube, I'll take full responsibility. I will edit it out and I will repost it on a sad note. But I have found one with them doing it at a live show, and I have to do this. I have to watch this for my heart, okay? We got to do this together. Please. We're going to watch another live performance. This is the first time ever I've done 2 live performances in one reaction, but we have to see this through. I have got to see the satisfaction of them playing this show in front of a live crowd. For my heart, we have to watch this together. I'm so sorry for anybody that thought we were only watching one live show and then you were getting out of here. If you're still here, thank you. Just for good karma. Let's do this together. That was a beautiful live performance, by the way. Everything about that was amazing. All their voices came through so well. The scenery, can we just talk about how beautiful everything was laid out perfectly? Whoever was in charge of like the scene setups deserves a raise. Everything was beautiful. Their voices, all of them, completely immaculate. And in fact, probably another level of how good they can be vocally. That was beautiful. But we have to watch this in front of a crowd. I have to do it. So here we go. Let's go for it.
Finally, We met each other.
Yes.
That damn life goes on.
자 볼까요? Life goes on.
그늘 세상이 멈췄어 아무런 예가 어떠한 없이 몸은 기다림을 몰랐어 눈치 없이 와버렸어 슬픔이 지워지더니 여기 넘어져있는 날 혼자 가는 시간이 네가 늘 말도 없이
비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버렸네 아직도 멈추질 않아 소망 꿈보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 혹시 앞에 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 내 감기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시작 뜨거운 숨
끝이 보이지 않아 충분히 몇 번이 되지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아
You know what you gotta say? Hands up in the air
echo in the forest 하루가 돌아오겠지 I'm a widow of the new city Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 더 날아갔지 On my pillow on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again
이 음악을 빌려 너에게나 전할게 사람들은
I'm an ugly cry. Whew. It's okay.
만의 세상이 다 변해 다행이다 우리 사이는 아직 약해 안 변했네
하던 시작과 그 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일을 또 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지만 어둠에 숨지나 빛은 또 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 충분히 할까 되지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아 저 미래로 하루가 돌아오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루 더 날아가지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again Yeah, 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 yeah
Whoa. I'm an ugly crier. I do apologize. Either way. Meg, I'm so sorry that we went off track, but we had to do that. I had to see that. That was beautiful. Guys, I'm sorry. I know normally all of my videos are just like, I'm so happy. That genuinely, that made me so freaking happy. Just being able to see that through. That was freaking art. Every bit of that from like start to finish, them writing that song, and then like, listen, I know that this isn't on the same scale. I played one of the last live shows that I played. I remember getting on stage, played through the first song, and I was going through a lot in my life, and played through the first song. There was an amazing crowd. The people knew our lyrics. It was a really cool time. It was like a hometown show. And I like stopped after the first song kind of like got really choked up, and I'm at a metal concert, so people probably aren't expecting this. They're like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? But like, I remember just talking about how much I appreciated that moment. Like how life outside of music can be like hectic. Like life outside of concerts can be crazy. It can be bad. It can be good. It can be like stressful and all these things. But at a concert, in those moments, it just seems like nothing else matters. And I think that's awesome. Either way, guys, thank y'all so much for watching this whole video. If you guys stuck down through the end, please. If y'all stuck all the way through this video, thank y'all so much. And just put down, I'm sorry, Meg. Just flood the comments with, I'm sorry, Meg, if you guys made it to the end of this video. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. Guys, this is a beautiful one. Last video that we're doing of 2020 MMA is going to be Dynamite. And the reason that I really wanted to find a song where they played this all the way through in front of a live show and not wait for 2020 is because Suga's not there. And I wanted to see him as well too. Either way, guys, take care of each other, spread some positivity, and please do not take for granted the time that we have left with your loved ones. Call somebody. Just reach out to one of your loved ones and just let them know that you care about them. Plan a dinner. I don't know what you got to do, but just something like that. Let the people in your life know that you care about them. And just really enjoy and value the time that we all have left. Guys, thank y'all so much. Have a blessed rest of your day. And until next time, freaking turtles!